moment, your whole life can change so drastically that you never get it back again. Ever.
I'm 34, and I had a brain injury in 1997 when I was out celebrating my 25th anniversary out on Richmond Street. I was there with a friend and my sister. We were there to get some cake to celebrate my 25th birthday. I was doing my master's in computer science at Western at the time, and we had the cake and whatever, and that was great, and it was time to walk back to my apartment. And we used the crosswalk, and I was walking about 5 feet ahead of the girls, and somebody ran the crosswalk. And my life was never the same again. I never went back to school, and I never went back to work.
I have a 10-year-old daughter who has a brain injury. She was in a car accident crossing our street, and a truck hit her. Basically, the time she spent in the hospital was very difficult. It was on a day-to-day basis. Didn't know if she was going to live or not. One of the biggest things that have changed since the accident, and it really changed immediately, was me seeing kids without helmets. As soon as Alyssa was in the accident and she was in the hospital, obviously I'd leave for time to time, but seeing other kids, and I always usually associated helmets with bicycles. Now I associate it with everything, whether it's rollerblading, skating, just anything. And it upsets me more now, and I never said anything before, but now it upsets me when I see kids without helmets, because I know firsthand how fast it can happen and the damage it can do. Well, when she was in her car accident, Alyssa didn't walk, Alyssa didn't speak, Alyssa had to learn to eat again. She had to learn to do everything again, and it did come a lot faster than what I thought from when she woke up. It took about 6 to 8 months basically for her to go back to looking and speaking normal, because she looks okay, because she's talking okay, because she's walking okay. They're not paying attention to the various other problems, like with the memory and, you know, with the schoolwork, you know, and that she has an EA. You know, she still has a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems, but her family and my family just don't see it, because as long as she looks fine, she is fine. And the fact is, she's not. And again, that's what probably terrifies me, is I don't know if she ever will be.
My son is 26, and he has sustained 2 brain injuries. His first brain injury was in 1998, and it was non-traumatic, and it was a brain tumor. And then in 2005, while attempting to intervene in a fight, he was severely assaulted and sustained another brain injury, this time a traumatic brain injury. It's really, it's totally life-altering, not only for the victim of the brain injury, but for the whole family. So it was very difficult for his sister, because she felt she couldn't help him. And she's the big sister, and she was always used to looking after her little brother, and that was very difficult for her.
Well, the main thing with the brain injury is that you have to have a sense of humor about it. I tell my story and I laugh, and people are like, how can you laugh? I'm like, nothing, what else can you do? I'd either laugh or sit in the corner and cry. And I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to like go on. I'm very resilient. That's the main adjective I described as, resilient.
One of his skills is writing for the Monarch, which is the magazine of the Brain Injury Association. It's pretty hard when you're 26 and you've had your whole life ahead of you, and all of a sudden, because you tried to be the nice guy, you end up with quite a severe brain injury. So the Brain Injury Association's been wonderful. So Jamie and I are 2 of 10 peer mentors that have been trained in Ontario, and I have a partner, and I speak with that person once a week and sort of help me, because it's part of my healing as well. So the Brain Injury Association is also there to be able to support people through all kinds of brain injuries, whether it's, you know, through car accident or brain tumor or an assault. I think that more people know about it. It's a wonderful organization. It's like a family, because it's small. It's not big, and it's not a bureaucracy. It's small, and they're there to help.